Hey, welcome back everybody. Yeah, it's been a very long time since I've done a video. Um, just got very busy prior to Christmas, so drafting took priority, and yeah, then some holidays. So, but we're back on board now, and I may not do these videos as quickly as I used to, but we will still proceed. Um, but also welcome to all the new subscribers and the people that have joined us. It's always good to um, see everybody. Okay, so in the last video we're looking at this section, and then I was talking about adding some callouts. Okay, so I'll just go to a quick double check of what we've got here. Okay, so I've got some lines there. Okay, so I'm showing a top plate there. Okay, so I must show that as an example. Okay, so what I want to do is show you how to generate callouts and what the implications are for some of these things. Okay, so let's have a look around. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I'll start on this one here. Okay, so first things first, let's just have a double check here. Okay, scale down the bottom left hand side there, 1 to 50. Okay, because we're in a section, we want to see a little bit more information than what we would on a plan or an elevation. Okay, so let's create a call out of this area here. Actually, another critical element here. Okay, we've got these insulation lines here. Okay, that's a detail line. Okay, some fascias. What I'm doing is just double checking what is a model what is a model element and what's a 2D element. Okay, so there's 2D, some 2D stuff in there, and the rest of this is all physical model. Okay, so up to our tabs here, architecture, we go view, and we have the call out button there. So a little drop down button there. So there's two types of call out we can do. One is a rectangle, so it's just rectangular in shape. The other one is that we can sketch a call out to the exact shape that we would like. I'll use the rectangle, it's the most simple one. Okay, so let's go rectangle. Okay, get our cursor has changed. We've got into sketch mode. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go up to the top left corner there. I'm going to left click once, and as I move my cursor, as you can see, the call out is being created. Okay, so it's showing you what we are going to capture. Okay, so I'm going to capture all that. So I want to capture a little bit of this window down here, this area here, and obviously the gutter and fascia. So I'm just going to capture that little part there, and then I'm going to go left click. Okay, to finish drawing the call out. Okay, so I'll do a little bit of housekeeping first. If I click on the call out there, we've got the call out, the reference button here. It's in the wrong place. I can just drag this little grip over here, so I can just move it around. Revit sort of makes it quite nice to sort of move this around and get it looking sort of architecturally nice, I suppose. Okay, now where did this call out go? Let's have a quick look at the browser. Okay, now key thing here with the browser is with Revit, one of the things is that if you create a new elevation, it goes into elevations. If you create a new 3D view, it goes into 3D views, plans, etc. With callouts, the callouts will be located in the first instance related to the element that they were calling out. So this is section 2, and here's the callout reference for it, section 2 callout 1. if I was to go into an elevation, I'll just do this quickly. Okay, let's say go to the east elevation. We'll repeat this process, call out, rectangle, and there we go, go back to our project browser. There it is there, there's the call out there. So, a little bit confusing. Just got to remember that the call out relates to its parent drawing. Okay, so let's go back to section 2. Okay, so there's our call out. Nothing referenced on here yet because it hasn't been placed on a sheet. But let's go into the call out itself. So section 2. Have a look at that. That's really important right there. Section 2, call out 1. Double click. Okay. First things first. Scale. Okay. The call out has been they've halved the scale or doubled the scale, whichever way we look at it. So the previous scale was 1 to 50. It's now 1 to 25. Okay. Not really a scale we would use. I'd probably incline to use 1 to 20. Okay, and you can tell the scale's changed because all the text is quite big and blown up and things like that. So I'm just going to move that out of the way. Now, I'm just going to close this little window here. So this is close hidden windows. Okay, and I'm going to open up section 2 again. Now I'll show you a little trick here. So if I type in WT, this is called tile windows. Okay, and it basically will open up every window that is open, and so we can see things. So what I want to do here is I want to zoom into, so this is our section view. So there's a section there. This shows the call out, where the call out is, and then on the right hand side here we've got the actual call out itself. So just trying to get the scales roughly the same. So, in the section we had, oh here we go, detail lines, batting lines, looks like there's some other stuff in there as well. Okay, so the key thing is here we can see the roof, we've got the roof there. Okay, so let's keep this quick. In summary, if it's a 3D element or a model element that you've done a call out on, it will appear in the call out because it's part of the model. This is a critical thing I said before. So these elements here, which are detail lines, they are not carried through into the call out because it's a brand new view. Okay, that's really, really important. Okay, because what can happen, and typically you have to do this, is that we'll get our section at 1 to 50 and we'll populate it with a lot of information, and a big chunk of it could be 2D lines. Okay, now the trouble is when you do a call out, you're going to lose all of that work that you've done, all those 2D lines. Okay, so just be very aware of that. Okay, but I'm going to see if I can show you a little trick to maybe speed things up a little bit. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to, just as an example, I'm going to pick this up here, the insulation lines. Having a bit of trouble this morning. There we go. Actually, I'm going to go do my sweep. I'm going to go use my tab key, there we go, isolate those detail lines. I hold my control key down so I can select those insulation lines as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go Control C. Okay, I'm going to go into my call out here. Okay, I'm going to go into Modify, my Modify tab here, and I'm going to go Paste and aligned to current view. And what hopefully this is going to do is it's going to copy these elements here and it's going to paste them exactly where they belong in this one, because it is the same view. So, okay, align to current view. There it is there. Perfect. Okay. So, even though the 2D lines don't transfer, between the section and the callout, we can do a copy and paste to bring some of those elements in nice and quickly. Okay. So really what we can do now is this, with this callout, you can add, start adding more details and things like that. The reality is that something like this, which is a fairly standard detail, which is an eave, okay, I would not really be bothering with doing a callout. Okay, you can create this as a standardized detail or standardized view that you can just bring into any project. So the callout really would be, if I was to zoom out to my section, okay, you might have something a little bit special that you're not going to see in any other project. Yeah, it might be something like this, with a posi joist connection or something like that, and you want to do a call out there. You want to tell the builder explicitly how to resolve this issue here. Okay, or you might have a different idea to what could be considered standard. So it's just little things like that. Okay, so that's how to do your callouts. Obviously, I don't really have much time to show you how to fill them out. You should have a good idea now with detail lines and all that sort of stuff. And we will see you later.